Why does Senate President Chiz Escudero seem afraid to answer? Why, instead of facing the questions, does he question the motives of those asking? Why, instead of speaking with clarity, does he dismiss it as a demolition job? You deceive the people, then act offended. That's how his statement came across after President Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s SONA, where the president condemned the wasteful and ineffective flood control projects. Shame on you. That was the president's message, and it was clear who he was addressing. The 142.7 billion peso flood control insertions are no small matter. Squeezed into the final stages of the BCOM budget deliberations, the amount is not only massive, it's full of red flags. Why are there overlapping allocations in the same areas? Why does it seem like favoritism is involved? Why does it look like public funds are being used for campaign purposes? Worse, instead of facing the issue, Chiz simply said it was small. Only 2% of the 6.3 trillion budget. But the real question is 142.7 billion pesos really small if it's equivalent to the entire budget of a government agency or hundreds of schools, hospitals, and essential services? Instead of explaining the details of the insertions, Chiz passed the blame. He framed the issue as an orchestrated political attack by his opponents. He gave no clear answers to key questions. Why are there streetlight projects with identical costs across different towns? Why is the same contractor splitting multiple road concreting projects? Why are there covered courts and waiting sheds seemingly built for self-promotion? Why is there a massive concentration of funds in Sorsogon, his home province? None. Instead of answers, Chiz simply said, "I will not go down to their level." Is this the kind of leadership worthy of the Senate? The House didn't stay silent either. In a strong statement, House Spokesperson Atty Princess Abante said, "Why is it that every time there's a scandal, we're the ones being blamed?" According to her, the House is always being scapegoated by the Senate whenever controversies arise, from impeachment to budget insertions. Abante insisted that the House followed due process. She emphasized that those in control of the BCOM should be the ones to explain. It's time the Senate answers. Enough with the drama. Let's face the truth. Yet instead of addressing the issue, Chiz focused on percentages. Rather than speak plainly, he chose to attack anonymous sources and claim the allegations were baseless. But here's the question. If there's nothing to hide, why can't he give a clear explanation? While Filipinos wade through floodwaters and communities lose their homes, the Senate President's answer is to hide behind technicalities and diversion tactics. What should have been a transparent explanation turned into a cover-up. This isn't just about working on a holiday or a simple BCOM visit. There's CCTV footage. There are documents. And Chiz's excuse? "I was just checking on the staff." That's the real insult, not just to the law, but to every taxpayer. If leadership had integrity, accountability, and shame, Chiz Escudero should have already resigned. But while he continues to evade, the people continue to demand justice. This is not just a political issue. This is about trust. This is about honesty. This is about the future of the Filipino people. The Senate should never be a refuge for the shameless. It should not be a tool for personal power. The time has come. It's time to hold leaders accountable. It's time to end the culture of insertions and excuses. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to AngKampanero. Voice of truth, sound of history. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Let's keep the bell ringing for truth, justice, and freedom.